Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, so now we're at Rooftop Run. This is the daytime stage of Spagonia, and man, is it so fun to play, whether it's the Wii version or the HD version. For both versions, this is my favorite level in the game. What they basically did is they put a lot more focus on just running really fast, having an awesome adventure through the city streets. The theme song of Rooftop Run is this awesome guitar-violin mix that just pumps you up for adventure. It pumps you up for a great thrill ride run through the city and whatnot. And there's just something about it that just puts a smile on your face while you're playing it. It's the atmosphere, it's the sense of speed you get, it's just the sense of thrill and excitement that Sonic the Hedgehog should be all about. And, you know, I always thought about why I like this level more than, say, Apatos, or why I like it more than, say, Empire City, or the final level, or, you know, Alaska, or whatever. And, you know, it always comes back to the speed part, and it's not too hard, but it's not too easy as well. And, you know, I know a lot of people kind of get annoyed when Sonic turns into a speed fest, because some people will prefer the Sonic Adventure games because, you know, it's a lot more contained. I mean, those games were fast as well, but not as fast as this. And I do agree, like, you know, whatever you prefer Sonic to be, you know, that's how you prefer it. If you want a more Sonic 1 style where you're in Marble Zone pushing blocks and underwater and Labyrinth Zone and hanging around in those boxes and Spring Yard Zone, that's your kind of thing. But if you're more of a Sonic 2 type guy like me, you want the level to have a constant flow and you want to keep moving, because Sonic is known for being fast. It's just the way it's always been. Sonic's always been a speedy type character. That's his advantage over characters like Pac-Man, Ty the Tasmanian Tiger, you know, Crash Bandicoot, whatever. It's that sense of speed. When people pick up a Sonic game, they expect to have some thrills. They expect him to be faster than your average hero. I mean, at the same time, there's nothing wrong with platforming, and I'm not going to denounce a game with good platforming in it. You're going to like Dragon Road, Chunman's HD level, when we get to that. But, this level is just exciting, what can I say? The music, the atmosphere, it's the sense of adventure. Sometimes when I play games, I'm not just looking for challenge, I'm also looking for something that's replayable and awesome, and it makes me smile, and it makes me want to go, that was so fun, I want to do this one more time, you know? I want to do this just one more time, because my god, this level is so fantastic. And that was the Wii version. Again, that's my favorite level in the Wii version. But this is the HD version, ladies and gentlemen. And again, the polish on this game is phenomenal! When you consider the fact that they started working on this thing not long after they finished up Sonic 06, which was 2006. This game came out in late 2008, so they had maybe 2 years at most to work on this thing. And the level of polish going on with the visuals in the background, you see all the buildings when you're running by. I mean, my god, it just makes you appreciate how much the quality has stepped up and how... Like, I'm never going to do this in any other platformer, you know? I'm never going to do this in a Mario game. I'm never going to do this in Jak and Daxter. I've never played Jak and Daxter, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't go this fast through a country, a Sienna-like city running on the rooftops, because it's Rooftop Run. It's just a thrill ride and a half. It's so awesome. I'm gushing about it just watching footage of this rather than playing it. Again, it's just one of those levels you just play it and play it and play it and play it. And I can't care about what people say about, oh, it's too linear. It's just a game where you occasionally push buttons. That's a simple way of looking at a game. This is about fun. If you can't appreciate that, then I'm sorry. You know, there's other Sonic titles you can play. You feel free to go back to Emerald Coast and Sonic Adventure. Me, I love this stuff to death. Oh, God. Here we have something that's kind of like a Mach Speed section. If you try stopping, you can't. I tested it out myself. Seriously, you can't stop at this point. You can sort of slow down. You don't have to boost. but you'll always be running when those green robots with the lasers pop up. As soon as the green robots with lasers disappear, though, Sonic will stop on his own. But as soon as they show up, Sonic will constantly be moving. And the thing that makes this different from the Mach Speed sections of Sonic 06 is that obviously you're only positioning Sonic what part of the pathway he's on. You're not actually aiming Sonic his direction, and I think that's so good. He's always going to go up. That's how it should be, because you don't want him running into the sides of walls. You don't want him clipping a gate and, like, doing a break dance every time he takes a hit. This is simple. You use LB and right B, the left bumpers, or L1, R1, depending on the console, but you just use the shoulder buttons to go from, like, 3 different positions on the road, so that you can dodge the lasers, so that you can run into all the robots effectively. And, you know, I don't find that, like, not thrilling at all. I think that's incredibly thrilling. I think it's incredibly fun to time Sonic so that you can dodge the lasers in time, so that you can go in the direction of robots to knock them into the laser robots. And I love that platforming section right there. You know, it's not just a game where you run in a straight line. You're homing attacking spinners. You're bouncing on floating platforms in a clock tower. That QuickTime event sequence is always the same every time you play it. That's how I got the buttons pressed, like, instantly. It's always B-A-X. So I always knew, because I've played this level so many times, I always knew what to do as soon as I got up there. But, you know, I just can't write it off as it's a linear, there's no freedom, it's the same thing every time. No, man. It's a freaking awesome game. I will defend this game to the death. This is why I did the Sonic series in the first place. Because you gotta remember, when I started the Sonic series, Sonic 4, Sonic Colors, Sonic Generations, they were not out yet. And it's because I had to defend the good Sonic games. I had to help make the legacy of this franchise look better to other people. You know? Because this is what I see when I play these games. This is the thrill I get when I play these games. And the gaming media likes to treat Sonic like it's the black sheep, you know? This is why I Sonic. I am the Great Clement, and this is why I Sonic. That being said, Sonic Adventure 2, I still prefer that game, and I still like Sonic the Hedgehog 2 over this. But, you know, I cannot say this is not fun. I'm sorry. Timing, like, where to go for the robots and dodging the lasers, I think this is a great set piece. This is so fun. Sure, the robots are just standing there. They're not really effective, but you know what? It's better than having giant health bars and being stuck in a room and just wailing on them over and over and over again, like it's Sonic Heroes or Shadow or 06 or the Werehog in this game. So, you know. God, I love that level. Rooftop Run is my favorite level of the game. If you at all play Sonic Unleashed, at least make it to this level. You can turn the game off after you've reached this one, because if this level isn't enough for you, if this level wasn't the apex, then feel free to turn it off, because that was the high point. But, yeah. I came back to Spagonia because Professor Pickle told me to. And now there's a new level I can go to in Chunnan. The daytime Dragon Road level of Chunnan. I would have done Chunnan first, then moved on to Rooftop Run, but I didn't get the wall jump upgrade, and you need the wall jump upgrade in order to get another upgrade, or to even just reach the level here in Chunnan. So as you'll see here, I start walking, oh, camera's panning. Telling me to go up there. Thanks for the direction, game. You're much better than Lightning Returns. Final Fantasy XIII, which gives you no direction at all. Sorry, that's what I've been playing lately, and Christ, that game has no direction. Boost shoes! Air boost shoes. Now I can air boost in the sky. And this is kind of a sketchy little topic that, basically you jump, and then you push X, and boom, you boost. Now I'm an air devil. Oh god, game, your puns. Your puns are terrible. But the thing about Sonic Unleashed is that And I didn't actually care about this until I heard like other people talk about it, and then Generations sort of changed it up. But here's the thing about Unleashed. In the HD version, not the Wii version. In the Wii version, when you homing attack enemies, you're doing it with the jump button. Like right now, I am pushing A twice. I am jumping and then pushing A again to homing attack enemies in the Wii version. That's how it is in the Wii version. At least for the GameCube controller setup. The HD version isn't like that. When you jump in the HD version, you have to press X to homing attack into robots, and that's the boost button. And because I just got the air boost upgrade, you can see what that kind of means. If you're not locked onto an enemy, if you don't have a cursor on something, you will air boost instead of doing a homing attack. And sometimes air boosts propel your character so far forward that it can lead you to hits. It can lead you to areas you don't want to go. It can get you killed, and I totally understand why someone would not like that. However, the inclusion of a cursor is one of the best things they did in Sonic Generations, because in the previous games, you know, I always saw people falling to their death anytime I lent the game to my friend or my cousin to play Sonic Adventure 1 or 2, because they're always pushing the A button too much, you know? They're pushing the homing attack button haphazardly, and they're always, like, flying to their deaths. You know, they're flying after they do a homing attack and stuff. And here, they give you a cursor that pretty much tells you, okay, Sonic is locked onto an enemy, now you should homing attack onto him, and you will definitely hit him, and you won't air dash or air boost anywhere you don't want to. So the control scheme never really bothered me personally, because I never really homing attacked unless I knew there was a cursor, and then I homing attacked, and you know. Also, I should probably talk about this. Sonic cannot swim, we all know this, and you can't boost forever in the Wii version, so what happens is, Sonic goes to the water and he starts sliding on the water, sort of like Wave Ocean in Sonic 06. If you stay on the water too long, eventually Sonic will fall and then he will drown, and that's no good. That's no good. So basically, you want to keep aiming for dash pads when you're on the water. You have to absolutely avoid the spinners, because if the spinners hit you in the water, you just instantly drown, so do not run into those guys. So whenever you're on the water, be careful where you're going. Don't boost haphazardly, because you don't want to run into stuff you don't want to touch. And aim for dash pads whenever you can, and you should be pretty good. I like riding on the water in the Wii version of this level, though. You get to find a lot of cool alternate routes. Sometimes you can just ride the water the whole way through if you know what you're doing, and that's swell. Speaking of Chun Nan, ladies and gentlemen, now that I've shown off that level, I have to show you the third version of Sonic Unleashed. After I finished Sonic Chronicles, I was so contemplating doing the third version of Sonic Unleashed, because there's a mobile phone version of this game. And I would have done it, but I couldn't record it at all. I couldn't record it, and it's a really short game. The final boss is literally Eggman in Missouri. Not even in the actual final level. You fight Eggman in Missouri, and that counts as the final boss. And hey, this game has 2D Werehog sections. So, that's something else. I figured I'd mention it now since we've reached Chun Nan and this trailer isn't really revealing anything. And, you know, it's just worth mentioning. There is a third version of Sonic Unleashed, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to be doing a playthrough of it. I can't record it. It's not really all that special. But, yeah. Sonic Unleashed is for mobile phones. Just thought I'd tell you. It's made by Gameloft. And maybe you should check it out. But anywho, folks, that was a lot of daytime stage, huh? That was awesome. Rooftop Run, Chun Nan. Loved it. In part 17, we'll see the HD version of Dragon Road. Till then.